Hello! Welcome to this week's episode of Herp Corner, where we will be discussing the origin, fun facts, and general care of the Pipa toad, or the Pipa Pipa toad, or the Suriname toad, or the star-fingered toad. They were discovered in 1758 by a Swedish botanist, physician, and zoologist named Carl Linnaeus. Hey, that's the same guy who discovered the red worm lizard. Anyhow, the Pipa Pipa toad can be found in Guyana, Bolivia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Colombia, French Guiana, Peru, Suriname, Trinidad, Tobago, and Brazil. Now for some fun facts. Number 1. What sets the Suriname toad apart from literally any other animal would be its unique way of reproduction. You may have seen this toad before, since they leave quite a mark on those who see it. When two Pipa toads mate, the male pushes his eggs, usually 100 to 200, onto the female's backside. The babies develop underneath her skin for 4 or 5 months. Once they are done, the developed toadlets escape by creating holes in her backside. She is left looking like this. Number 2. The Pipa toad is one of the only species of toad to not go through a larval stage. Baby Pipa toads are simply toadlets, not tadpoles. Number 3. The star-fingered toad has no tongue. So instead of using a long tongue to bring its prey closer, a Pipa toad will wait for the prey to become close enough and will lunge at it. Camouflage is a key aspect of hunting for the Pipa toad. Number 4. Unlike most amphibians, the Pipa toad is physically unable to sit up. Their overall flat body only helps them when it comes to swimming or hiding. Number 5. They eat similarly to an African clawed frog. The similarities lie in the instance where they push the food into their mouths with their claws. Number 6. Suriname toads are very subtly sexually dimorphic, where the males are a little smaller than the females. The males grow up to 4 or 5 inches, while a female can get up to 8 inches. Number 7. If a female doesn't want to mate while the male makes advancements, she will shiver to let him know. Now for their general care. From what I've researched, the Suriname toad seems to be a rather undemanding pet and a pretty decent aquatic beginner animal. With a rather non-existent temper and immobile demeanor, the Pipa Pipa toad is an interesting addition to any collection. Similarly to the Mata turtle, Pipa toads enjoy slightly acidic water with pH levels of 5 to 6 and aren't very active. The only movement you'll see from them is when they eat, which I've already discussed can be fun to watch. Even if they don't move much, a decently sized enclosure should still be provided. 20 to 30 gallons are the best, and can fit more vegetation and general decoration. Although bioactive enclosures are, of course, a good idea, they aren't required. If you decided to go through this route, though, do more in-depth research of what type of aquatic vivarium would best suit this animal. Keep the enclosure sealed at the top, since there is a chance of one jumping out. And do not fill the enclosure to the brim with water, since the toad needs to take breaths of air. Although not having a substrate is the easiest to clean option, I would again recommend having, at the very least, aquarium pebbles at the bottom, although multiple layers of it is not necessary. Generally, the care for these guys is about the same as for a Mata turtle, except Pipa toads can be housed with other frogs. Although the amount of roommate should be kept to a minimum, 2 other species of frogs can do just fine in this setting: the African clawed frog and the dwarf African frog, although the toad may eventually make a meal out of them. Speaking of meals, the Suriname toad will eat just about any small aquatic animal. I'd advise leaving a few, 2 to 3, live feeder fish like minnows or goldfish overnight for them to feed on, although this would be bare minimum in regards to their diet. It'd be good to also feed them small crustaceans like shrimp or worms. Bloodworms or earthworms both would work. Anyways, thank you for tuning into this episode. All my sources are in the description, and I'll see you next time.